God, is this No One Can Stop Mr. Domino? That game is ridiculous.
Yes, today we are talking about No One Can Stop Mr. Domino, a game that is Japanese as hell. Now, I typically don't play too many games like these, like the Mr. Mosquitos or the Katamari Damasys of the world, but this was a recommendation from a Hidden Gems video from Metal Jesus from years ago. And recently, as you can tell, I've been getting into a PS1 fix. My RetroTink 5X with my HD Retrovision cables looks amazing on my 65-inch TV. And so I'm just really starting to delve into the PlayStation library more now that I'm older and figuring out, like, finding these games. Like, this is a pretty affordable one. I think it's around 30 bucks complete, which you can't beat. Now, that being said, there's not much content here. So the way this game works is it's an endless runner at a isometric perspective. You're running through a course and you can drop dominoes as you go. There's two different modes. There's slow and fast. Which mode you're doing, I believe the levels are exactly the same. It's just the rate at which you move and the rate at which the dominoes come out are different. In the slow mode, you're taking a nice brisk walk. If you press forward, you can go faster. If you hold back, you can go slower. And then you slowly drop the tiles behind you. In the fast mode, you're doing more of a trot, and when you drop the tiles, there's a little bit more lag between them coming out and when they land on the ground. And you want to set up these tiles in a row so that when you go through on a second pass, because the whole thing is a circle, you're eventually making a circle so that you can set up dominoes and then knock them down. And you want to knock them down so they trigger these little icons on the map. And then once an icon has been triggered, it will then have a cool little thing happen that then trigger another portion of the map, and you can make a big cycle go, and that's kind of the whole point, is you want to build the biggest combo possible. As you're going throughout this, your guy will slowly go from pure white to black. Once you go black, it'll start saying hurry up, and then eventually your domino just fades and stops all completely. Now, you can mitigate this by running over certain tiles with a plus mark that will heal you, but you can only use that plus mark once. And there's also other tiles with an R that will reset the entire level, including any of the little icons you have set. So you might think you can just perpetually go and heal yourself and then reset and heal yourself, but there's also an internal clock that only allows you to heal yourself so many times. And I believe that it's set off by the more times you heal yourself. So if you heal yourself a bunch, you can actually make it harder for you to complete the level. And that more or less is it. Now, there are certain things you can trigger if you get every single thing in a row in a level. You can trigger hidden cutscenes. I didn't get any of these, but I did look it up. There's one where the grandpa turns into some Super Saiyan monster thing. But other than that, it's just a lot of fun. You have 6 different stages, all of various different difficulty. I would say the first 3 stages are a lot tougher than stages 4 and 5. And then stage 6 really isn't that tough. It just has a very tight timer on it, so you can't make many mistakes. The first one is a kind of a casino-like game room. The second one, you're going through a market. The third one, you're going through a house, which of course you have the ability to make a Japanese schoolgirl turn into her underwear, and then another one slide into a bathtub. Like that one's probably the funniest level. You have a dad get punched through the TV, a mom gets blown up from her casserole dish, and then, like I said, the grandpa goes Super Saiyan, or if you don't get everything at once, just gets contained by a bell. The fourth one, you're in a park. And this one's really the first one where you see some of the kind of the 2D sprite work. Fifth one, you're in a carnival, which that one is very, very simple, though kind of the last thing you can trigger, you can mess up on. And then there's a bonus route that I never went down. And the sixth one is called No One Can Stop Mr. Domino, and it's a 3-part level. You first start in the sewers, then you're in the street, you eventually go up on the rooftops, and then you complete the game. Which I actually don't have footage of me doing, but I did beat it. And it's just a score attack at that point. So the more points you get, you'll be the best in the country, the best in the city, the best in the town, the best in the United States. And the more bestes you get, the more characters you can unlock. Because I think there's 5 different playable characters. As far as I can tell, you can be Mr. Domino or Mrs. Domino. There's no discernible difference that I could see. You unlock an alien Domino, you unlock Bruce, and then there's another one you can unlock. I unlocked Bruce by beating the game, but the other ones are just related to doing the score attack. And yeah, that's about it. But this is a nice, simple, fun game. I can imagine this is something that my daughter would enjoy playing eventually. Jen was having a fun time playing it. And it's just one of those simple, kind of time killer games where you can plug it in and play it, not like all these RPGs I've been playing. And sometimes a game like that is a nice change of pace. And yes, it is ridiculous. It's fun. It's definitely got that tongue-in-cheek Katamari Damacy sense of humor. And I liked it. It's definitely, you're going to get a solid weekend out of it. And you can continually, if you enjoy it, you can continually play it because you can set up those dominoes and make these giant runs, and it's just a lot of fun. So I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's your quickie little video this week. Let me know if you guys have played No One Can Stop Mr. Domino. Let me know if you recommend any more of these very Japanese style games. And it's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care. Hello everyone in YouTube land. This is Reaper. What's going on? Let me just rub myself all over your face.